In the Fade is the new film from German director Fatih Akin, whose earlier work, reflecting his Turkish background, has included the very impressive Head On and The Edge of Heaven. Diane Kruger, winner of the Best Actress prize in Cannes last year for this film, plays Katja, a tattooed, bottle-blonde German woman who marries Nuri, Numan Akar, in the prison where he's serving a 4-year sentence for drug dealing offences. Forward a few years, and Katja and Nuri are happily married, and the parents of the bright, cheeky 6-year-old Rocco, Rafael Santana. Nuri runs a travel office and interpreter service out of a shopfront in a Turkish neighbourhood of Hamburg, and they seem to be doing well, judging by the rather grand house in which they live. One day, Katja returns from taking a Turkish bath to discover the shop has been bombed and that her husband and son have been killed. The police immediately suspect a drug deal gone wrong, and perhaps the involvement of the Albanian mafia. But when Katja said goodbye to Nuri and Rocco that morning, she had noticed a woman who left a bicycle outside the premises. The police traced the bike to Edda Muller, Hannah Hilsdorf, and quickly discover that she and her husband Andre, Ulrich Friedrich Brandhoff, are members of a neo-Nazi organisation. In the Fade, not a very happy translation of the original title, Aus dem Nichts, which translates into something like Out of Nothing, is divided into 3 chapters. Chapter 1, The Family, sets up the narrative. Chapter 2, Justice, is mainly concerned with a court case in which the Mullers are defended by the formidable attorney Haberbeck, Johannes Krisch, while Katja's lawyer and friend Danilo, Dennis Moschito, does his best to protect the reputations of the dead man and his widow. At the same time, scenes in which Katja interacts with members of her own family and those of Nuri, who are Turkish Kurds, illuminate the tensions inherent in a mixed marriage of this nature. The 3rd chapter, The Sea, takes the film into another direction. Courtroom thrillers invariably make riveting cinema, and In the Fade is no exception. Akin makes the point that radical Muslims are not the only terrorists active in Europe today, that radical anti-Muslims are just as deadly and just as dangerous. The rise of the far right in Europe is the subtext of a gripping film that's marred only by some awkwardly overdrawn minor characters and contrivances. Kruger, appearing in her first film in her native tongue after previously acting in French and English language movies, is superb. 3.5 stars.